Hello once again, it's Dan Austin, your host of Going Back and Catching Up. And on this episode, 90 star Aaron Tippin joins me. Where the Stars and Stripes and Eagle Fly, Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Radio, Kiss This, and a list of others that just goes on and on. We'll name drop some of those songs in our chat, but a funny story about a jersey he wore at a concert I attended, and so much more as we turn back the clock to the 90s for Aaron Tippin on this episode of Going Back and Catching Up. Aaron Tippin is my special guest here today, coming to Double H Farms on July the 5th. It is a pleasure to welcome you, sir. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great, man. How are you?
Doing awesome. Looking forward to coming to you, or you coming here to Hamilton, Indiana, July 4th weekend. And the cool thing about this is you're almost synonymous with, like, July 4th, with Stars and Stripes and Eagle Fly, and You Gotta Stand for Something, and all those great patriotic type songs. But it's also your birthday weekend, so we get to partake in that a little bit.
That's right. Heck yeah, man. That's going to be fun. Do some patriotic songs and celebrate a birthday. Indeed.
America's and Aaron Tippin's, by golly.
Yep.
We're going to get everybody in attendance to sing happy birthday to you. It's got to happen at some point.
I love that. That sounds great.
Awesome. The 90s were synonymous with Aaron Tippin songs, and with this resurgence in 90s country right now, I mean, you must be having a field day, right?
Buddy, we are playing all I want to, I can tell you that. You know, it's been 35 years out here doing this, and, man, I'll tell you, I just, we try to, spend a little more time at home, but we still want to get out and tour and see everybody. Because it's, nowadays, after 35 years of doing it, we hardly ever see a stranger in the crowd. I mean, people keep coming back, and that's what we love about it.
It's amazing just to see, I know you're going out on tour again with Sammy Kershaw and Colin Ray on a different tour, the Roots and Boots tour, and, bringing all that 90s country back as well. Is there somebody in today's world, in this new crop of artists and everything, that would you say epitomizes the 90s country feel to you?
Oh, shoot, I think there's some coming along. I don't know. I'd hang my hat on one of them just because I think, especially here recently, we've got some of these guys just kind of turning back towards the old traditional stuff. And, we all kind of crack a smile when we see somebody that wants to pick up the old torch again, and I think, it was a little different there for a while and very different from what we did. But, I don't know, it seems to be creeping back around to that traditional sound.
It does. Zach Top, for me, is one of the big ones. Whenever I hear his stuff.
I agree.
It does. It just shoots you right back to 35 years ago, man.
That's okay by me.
Well, we're going to just kind of take a little bit of a detour from music and into the wine business, because I know you and your wife are actively involved with different types of wine, and you've gotten together with, I can't remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but I know you're working together.
That's Stonehouse Winery, and yes, we do. We have our own line of wines, and that's a lot of fun to do too. I've been an amateur winemaker for years, ever since I met Thea. Her dad kind of turned me on to the wine world, and I thought, well, I'm Mr. Do-It-Yourselfer. Why don't I just start making my own wine? So I did. Our basement was always smelling like grapes at the Tippin house. And so I got into doing it and making wine, and then we met up with the folks at Stonehouse, and shoot, it was 25 years in the biz. They'd been making wine for 25 years, so we went together to do the Aaron Tippin line of wine, and, man, it's been a lot of fun with a great family, man. They are great folks, the Ramseys and Buddy. We've enjoyed every minute of it.
I'm just going to name drop a few of these wines because I love the names of them. The Ready to Rock Riesling, the Blue Angel Blueberry, and Kiss This Sweet Cherry. That's incredible.
Well, that's what we do every time we come out with a new line. We find a song that closely matches it, and so that's kind of our MO, man. We think it's kind of fun to add the music world back into the winemaking.
Well, if you and Thea ever decide to open your own winery, I've got the perfect name for it.
What?
Tipsy Tippins.
That's great.
Yes.
Get tipsy with the Tippin.
So if ever that happens, just remember where you heard that name, okay?
I will.
Now, you were kind of in space. I read this story, and I was amazed by this thing. Because of a certain astronaut, if you wouldn't mind, tell this story because I'll tell you what, it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up and brings a little tear to my eye.
Well, I'll tell you, man, it was a proud moment. It's one of the reasons I call myself the luckiest hillbilly that's ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have never bought my way onto the space shuttle, but when I was during the Persian Gulf War, when I was with Bob Hope, there was a young captain out in the crowd. His name was Rick Sturco. He was a F-18 Hornet pilot. He enjoyed my show with Bob Hope that day, became a fan, went home, listened to me, and became a big fan. And he left the Marine Corps and went to work for NASA as a space shuttle pilot. He later became mission commander. And when you're mission commander, you get to pick 2 pieces of music to carry into space with you. And he carried Aaron Tippin's, I can't remember what album it was, but it was Big Boy Toys on it. And he is, as a matter of fact, arranged it, his wife did, that they were woke up one morning in the space shuttle by Big Boy Toys.
Wow. It's still just here. I read the story. It was giving me chills. And just to hear you repeat that whole thing and how you just never know what life you're going to touch. Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. Like I said, you know, I've been hit by lightning twice. I've had 2 airplane engine failures and managed to get them back on the ground without getting killed. Had my music in space, had all kind of neat, cool things happen to me. I am the luckiest hillbilly that ever lived.
Oh, man. Well, at least you get that. You understand that and you appreciate it. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Amen. Very blessed.
Now, I'm guessing that you're still working out. You're still pumping iron. You're still very athletic and into exercise. Yes?
Well, switch there at it. You know, I'm 77 in July. Excuse me, 67.
I was going to say, wait a minute, my notes are wrong.
I just feel like I'm 77. But you know, I'll tell you, man, it's a lot different than it was when I was in my 30s and all puffed up. You know, I'm still working out, but I kind of take it easy now. I've gone to higher reps and less weight.
Yeah.
Because too many times I've hurt myself in the gym, and at my age it takes 3 or 4 months to get back on your feet from it. So I've learned my lesson, man. I just kind of notch along, you know, and just do a little weightlifting, get out and walk quite a bit. We walk when we're out on the road. Thea and I, we walk maybe sometimes 1-2 hours a day, just walking the dogs and just getting out there walking. So I still enjoy staying in shape and as best I can, but you got to watch me. I will fall off the wagon and get on a cheeseburger.
So when you are exercising and everything, is there specific music you're listening to? Is it country? Is it something else? A specific song?
You know, generally her and I are in the gym and we're talking about what's going on out on the road or what's going on with the family, and very seldom are we really listening unless somebody sent us a song they want us to hear. And so, you know, I guess because usually we just come off the road and we've been listening at 110 dB. So I give my ears a little break.
I got you. Aaron Tippin is with me here on the show. He's going to be at Double H Farms on July the 5th. Get your tickets, celebrating his birthday and America's birthday all in the same weekend. And I got a funny story for you. When I was working in Chicago, this was like 30 years ago, you were just starting out. You were playing a little bar in Chicago. I don't remember which one it was. But
Cubbies.
Was it Cubby Bear?
It probably was.
Okay, well, I don't know if it was, because I don't think you would have been wearing a White Sox jersey. You had a White Sox jersey on pre-show. And
yeah, I hope that's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where was it, because that was the big event for me was Cubbies, because, you know, it was right there.
Yes.
Stadium. That was so cool.
Yes.
And anyway.
But, yeah, you had the White Sox jersey on pre-show, and I was emceeing the show, and I'm a big White Sox fan. I'm not a Cub fan, no offense. But I was bringing you on, and I was like, you're going to love the shirt, or I love the shirt this guy's wearing. And you had changed, and you came out in just a normal shirt. And I was like, well, okay, he must really like the shirt he's wearing. I felt like an idiot at the time.
Well, sorry to let you down, man. I don't know, but nowadays it's pretty much the same thing. So whatever you see me wearing before the show, you're probably going to see me wearing during the show.
I've got that picture of you and my wife and I hanging on the wall, and every time I pass that up, man, I chuckle and I just think back to that day and go, man, I felt like an idiot. All right, which one of your songs, and I know it's hard to pick, it's like choosing a child or whatever, but which one would you say is your favorite? I mean, there's a ton of them. There's nothing wrong with the radio.
It's really an easy choice. Thea and I wrote a song a few years ago, or several years ago, and my dad passed away. And it's called He Believed. Mm-hmm. And, even though this wasn't a radio hit or anything, it's the last song I got to write about my dad, and his Stand for Something, Got It On, his Working Man's PhD. I wrote all those songs about him, but this is one that kind of tells his story and what he meant to me and who he was to me. So that's my favorite. It's one called He Believed. I'm
sorry for your loss, and definitely a great song for sure, Aaron. I appreciate you giving me that. One song that always brings a chuckle to me is There Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Radio, because when I was working overnights, I would always make up different words to different songs, and there's a line in that song about a little bobbing dog watching everybody pass. And I don't know if you remember, these were popular like 30, 35 years ago. There was this thing you would put in a car. It was called Mr. Mooney, and you put him in the back, and you would squeeze this thing, and air would make his pants drop in the back of the car, so that. So I had one of those, and I would always sing along, Mr. Mooney's in the back, showing everyone his ass. That's what I would put in for that line.
Oh, that is too funny, man.
Just the things you do, Yeah.
Got him.
But, all right, couple more things here. I'm going to let you fly. I just want to play a little game with you called Rhymes with Tippin as we get ready for the show at Double H Farms, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the answers are all going to have something that rhymes with Tippin in them. All right, the first one, I'll start you off slow. Ice cream that's sold at sporting events, maybe in a fair. It's not your normal type of ice cream, but everybody loves these.
Dippin'.
Yeah, Dippin' Dots. You got it. All right. Number 2.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame basketball player that teamed up with Michael Jordan for 6 championships.
Oh, man, it's Flippin'.
Who's that?
Flippin', right?
No.
No.
Scottie
Pippen.
Yeah, there it is.
That's what I was trying to say.
There it is. All right, one more.
Had a bad moment, sorry.
Gonna finish strong. An outdoor water play activity that cools you off. You set it in the grass and you kind of just jump on it and whee!
Slipping.
Yeah, the slip and slide. You got it. Well done. Well done, sir. All right, well, I expect to see you July 5th in a White Sox jersey, and if you don't have one on, I'll make sure I do not make any comments about your shirt or whatever you're wearing that day.
I'll, like I said, I'll try to keep it down to just one uniform of the day.
All right, perfect. Hey, it's always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you checking in, and we'll see you here July 5th.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you there.
Podcasts by Federated Media.